Back on the tail of Gunnar as he's looking to make an off-take already. Down the inside he goes.
Is he gonna go? He's gonna do it!
Oh, with Hackett now up into P9. Down the inside he goes. Another aggressive move on the other Mercedes driver. Is he gonna make a mistake? Doesn't look like.
Closing. Problem is if he goes.
Oh, that's nice for Broad Adam, moving up to P7.
As he's currently looking to gain about 3 or 4 points. Oh, and is Nelboy going to go for it down the inside of Waza? Seems like he is, and he makes up that position. Beautiful overtake by Nelboy.
12 races, multiple divisions, 20 drivers.
All that sound good? Then why not join us now ahead of the new season? The link to our Discord will be in the description, and we hope to see you on track with us.
Delta T Racing.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to DTR. We're here for round 3, Brazil. I am your host and lead comms, D Summers 90, and tonight I am joined by Magic Poop Cannon. How are you doing, Magic Poop Cannon?
Hey everyone, yeah, doing good. Just first time joining you here for this, and excited to see how this 2-race session goes.
So tonight is a sprint weekend, and we have got, let's see, we have got ERT Lynx leading in the one-shot quali that we have for the sprint. I have a feeling he's going to be very quick this season. He's one of the faster drivers. I believe he won last week in Austria. Let's bring up the drivers. Oh, it's not letting me bring up the drivers this week, so we'll leave that for now. But I believe it was a Sauber 1-2 from Austria last week, and that's skyrocketed them towards the top of the tables. And it seems Gunnar has not taken. Has Gunnar got a quali ban?
Yeah, it can't be a choker, so maybe I will check the penalties.
Okay. ERT Lynx is just showing off for everyone now with a 107.
Yeah, and we have Krellis missing, who was the fastest.
That is
opening
true.
races.
That's true.
Yeah.
So we are going straight into the short sprint. It'll be interesting to see what the drivers decide to go with for their tyre choice, because I believe you have a choice of any of the compounds, but it does take away from your potential use of that compound later in the actual race.
Oh, actually, I haven't paid attention to that. Is that okay?
So it will
Usually just
it will reduce your amount of that specific tire for the full length race.
Oh, that could be very interesting because I mean, so the sprint is 12 laps, right?
I believe it's something along those lines. I could be wrong. It might even be 18 because I believe it's meant to be half of the race distance.
Okay.
I'm not certain. I hold my hands up. When it comes to sprint weekends and the length of the sprint, I'm uncertain. So I do not know on that regard. Just waiting for the drivers to pick the tyres that they want to take out for this sprint. What would you pick if it was you? Oh, never mind. Here we go. Here's the start. And that's the formation lap. So what would your tyre choices be for a Brazil sprint?
Right, so it is 12 laps race. I think it's right on the cusp of mediums and hards. I think mediums can do it, but if you're having to battle with other drivers, then I think those could like burn out quick, and so hards could be safer. But actually, let's see. I think most of the field is on mediums except for Owen.
Let's have a look. Yeah, you are correct. The entire field is on mediums, apart from Owen Wyatt, who has gone for hards. And there is a Ferrari of Pac-Man, I believe. Yep, facing the wrong way on the grass. That's not how you warm up your tyres. So.
Yeah. And I believe actually on a formation lap, you can actually overheat them and damage them.
You can, but it's highly unlikely unless you do a Pac-Man. Which it will now be called for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So, there is a little bit of news. F1 Lime is going to have a big head coming into this race. Not because of his result in DTR last week, but on Saturday he won a league race in another league that I'm a part of, and his head grew 3 sizes. So he's going to be very confident in his capabilities for tonight. Just waiting for Cassell to line up on the grid. Are we going to have a decent camera anywhere? Nope. Okay, we will stick with links. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And away we go. We are off for the sprint of the Brazilian Grand Prix. Let's get the tyre graphic up in there. Couple of moves, couple of changes. Are there any issues further back? Andre has dropped massively from his starting position. But apart from that, everyone has gotten away relatively clean. Can you double check through the drivers and see if you can spot any wing damage anywhere?
Yeah, I'll take a look.
Let's see, the position change. So, it turns out that at the start of the race... Oh,
there's a red blowout.
Yep, I've just seen that. There goes his wing. That's Giannis. He's had an unfortunate coming together, and I saw wing fragments flying off somewhere, but it was not from him. He still has his front...
I think Andre has wing damage.
Yes, he does. Front left end plate. Correct. Well spotted there. Things are not going Andre's way. But up the front, Honey Badger has made inroads on ERT links. He was, what, 5th on the starting grid? 4th or 5th? And he's jumped up to 2nd place. He is going to be the main danger.
Yeah, he was 4th. He's up 2 places.
He is going to be the main danger to ERT links this weekend.
Yeah, I think these two are to watch here.
I mean, no offense to Pac-Man, but as long as he can keep it on the track, unlike he did on the formation, he will also be in the fight, as he was at Austria. But it's just a case of not overheating the tyres and keeping it between the white lines, as most drivers will actually realise. Let's see. We've got a slight gap back to Brandon, who's almost dropped out of DRS to Maggot at this point. So it seems Brandon is potentially struggling. Oh yeah, that is Mbeni.
already.
my teammate from Division 2 going slow through the final corners. As Giannis makes a lovely move down the inside of Andre just in front of him. So we are starting to see a couple of gaps now along the grid, with the first real gap being Lil Mikey being a second and a half behind F1 line at this point. If you were in Little Mikey's situation right now, what would be your advice to the driver? Because I know you can be pretty quick around Brazil when you want to. I've raced you a couple of times.
When I want to. So actually, I was looking at more like everyone's changes. Actually, Mikey did a good start though. He's up 6 places, so it's actually the best of everyone for the first laps. And now he's 2 seconds back from line, and he's on medium, so he's gotta just wait. Is he just over? Did he just lose a place?
He
lost
has
Miyagi.
Yeah.
Miyagi just passed him. Yeah.
To be fair, that's
think-
kind of expected. Miyagi is a very
Pretty quick.
driver, so
Yeah. But he did have a poor start for some reason because he was down 4 places still. But I think if I was Mikey, I would try to keep up with him because he's a quick driver.
yeah, it's a case of sticking in his DRS and stay with him throughout. at
Yeah,
this
that's true.
point. Oh, and we
Yeah.
say that, and we've cursed Mikey. He is off. I'm going to blame Nellboy purely because he's not here. It's usually him that curses Little Mikey, whether it's F1 or FC25. But unfortunately for Mikey, he had a big slide going through the double right-hander going up the hill. And yeah, he's found himself down in 17th now, unfortunately.
Yeah, and there's no pit stops likely, so it'll be a tough recovery. Up front, I would say Honey Badger is starting to lose the DRS.
He's lost his
1.2.
DRS. And now it's time for Pac-Man to attack. Oh my word, Pac-Man. That's what I meant by if he stays on track. My word. Let's get that
is
for a
so spicy.
replay.
I see battling.
That was a little bit too aggressive to try and go around Honey Badger there, and he just went straight off onto the grass. Didn't stay on the tarmac, unfortunately. And he lost a place for it as well.
This is the place now in a lap or two. I think hards might be better than the mediums. So we'll see if Owen can make some progress.
And here goes Owen now. Just with the DRS and ERS management. Pac-Man's on the attack again, but
Ooh,
I wouldn't be
so close.
attacking if I was Pac-Man right now. Because I've overheated
Yeah.
my tyres, I'm not going to have
Yes.
the grip.
Exactly. That's something you don't want to do on the mediums because the mediums barely can make 12 laps. So, yeah.
So there we go.
I think
Oh,
Badger just gotta. I would not fight with him, but I guess he has no choice also.
Bit of-
pit stop strategy.
bit of side-by-side contact there between Honey Badger and Owen. As F1 Lime has got himself a 3-second time penalty, I believe that is. Let's have a look, see. Yep, he's got a 3-second. It's a little bit worrying to get yourself a 3-second time penalty at Brazil within 12 laps.
Yeah.
Does not bode all that well for the longer form race, does it? Where you've got to do 36 laps.
Yeah, it's more. You can recover it, more chance, but yeah. Just.
Owen is pushing Honey Badger through turns 1, 2, and 3. Just
Right,
absolutely.
his tires are
unridiculous.
better at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, when it comes to overheating the tyres in a sprint like this, it's a case of once you've overheated your tyres, you need to do at least 2 cooling laps where you're not fighting anyone. So you want to stay behind someone, but stay in the cool air. Get the tyres down in temperature, not going at full speed, and then start pushing it. But I have a feeling Pac-Man and Honey Badger are not going to do that, considering they're trying to get a podium.
Right, yeah.
But, oh, we have a Ferrari round. We've got Berserk around at turn 5 as Andre goes flying by. I'm not sure if that was due to contact or not, and we've got Honey Badger dropping places again. Oh, bit of a slide through turn 1 there. But has lost out to both Owen and Pac-Man. I'm not sure if they realise, but all this fighting that these three are doing is just letting Lynx run away.
Right. Yeah, Lynx is in perfect place with clean air in front with the mediums. That's perfect.
He's in clean air. He's not having to push. He's just running his race. He's having a lovely little Sunday drive, as it were, around Brazil. Just trying to keep that that 3-second gap back to the cars behind. As we have Reliot, who is now on the tail of Honey Badger. I think Honey Badger has worn out his medium tyres more than others in that fight. And Reliot goes past him with ease. The question is, will Reliot now be able to close that gap to Pac-Man, which is now 1.3.
Big crash.
Oh.
On for the F line. Yeah, it was turn 2.
Yeah, I caught the aftermath of it. Everyone is still running though. No one is currently out of the sprint. Reliot and Honey Badger have swapped places again down the DRS straight. As Hackett makes a move on Guna further down the grid.
I'm actually pretty surprised that Barry is in top 10 with a pretty comfortable gap to Hackett.
But he's still out of the points for the sprint because it's down to P8 who gets the points. So he has to pass Miyagi and Brandon to get a single point for the sprint race.
Oh, meanwhile, Reliot just caught Honey Badger, so I guess Honey Badger's tires are really going up now.
And Honey Badger's come back at him.
Yeah.
They're DRS swapping at every chance at this point.
Yeah. But Pac-Man has now pulled off. Interesting, Pac-Man's actually closing on Owen again, so maybe there's some fight left.
I think it was a case of a lap or two of, okay, cool my tyres, cool my head a little bit, rethink the strategy from here. Because he's now coming up to the point where he's only got 2 laps to make the move to get P2. Oh, big slide from Pac-Man. I think he's he might well be listening to the stream and now be trying to push. But honestly, I would be happy with a P3
or Owen. Yeah. You also have a still fight for P4, pretty big. We've got Reliot, Evan, Baggett. And then Brandon and Miyagi are not even far, so if Honey Badger is struggling, it's going to be a wild
Oh no.
last lap there for P4.
Barry Bogorovsky has lost a position to Mumford Plays. How did this group catch up so quickly? I'm pretty sure that there was a bigger gap behind Bog at this point.
Yeah, it was like 3 seconds, 3.5 seconds.
Oh,
2 laps ago.
I think
He must have had a.
Bog and Hackett have had it coming together because Hackett is now 8 seconds behind Miyagi, which was not the case before. They were a lot closer.
Yeah, Hackett's lost 2 seconds, I think. 3 seconds. Yeah. Up front, though, yeah, it's still Honey Badger with half a second lead on Reliant.
And
Evan,
Owen has dropped Pac-Man. He's dropped him by almost 3 seconds. I say
Evan
that
was going for a. Yeah.
Okay,
Evan just had a big slide into turn 1, trying to overtake.
Now, Evan is the one who's truly at risk of losing a point here because he's got Brandon right behind him now, following with Miyagi behind him, who's not too far off. But it is the last lap. Sorry, let's go this way. As we have ERT links now coming around the final couple of bends.
Yellow flags.
That's Little Mikey in the pits. And then we've got Owen coming in second. Pac-Man is coming across in third. He put up a good fight. Oh, Honey Badger and Reliant to the line. That was close. 0.03 of a second between the Aston Martin and the Mercedes there.
Yeah, that was good. Good job on Honey Badger for keeping that P4 there, with all those guys having DRS on him.
And the last two to come around. Oh, was that? Yep, that's Cassell. But your top 8, you have ERT Lynx, Owen Wyatt, Pac-Man, Honey Badger, Reliant, Maggot, Evan, and Brandon all getting points from the sprint. So, we shall see what will happen shortly. We are going to do another one-shot quali to determine the grid for the feature race. And then we have the full-length feature race of 36 laps around Sao Paulo.
Oh.
And Johnny, no, I haven't disconnected yet, surprisingly enough.
I wonder if we have any weather info on the feature race. Was that going to be dry as well?
I'm not sure. We haven't had any reports from the drivers, so we don't actually know. I believe everything was on dynamic. And it's peeing with rain for the one-shot quali. I have a feeling the drivers will not necessarily be best pleased by this.
Did anyone practice for what? And what is the main race?
Oh, someone has readied up already. Just in case anyone was trying to get their setup onto the car before the start of one-shot quali. Let's go on to the chaos that is a one-shot qualifying.
Yeah.
Before the one-shot quali finishes, who is your money on to win this race?
Well, Lynx. Actually, no, ERT is a pretty strong club or league. So, and he was definitely the favorite right now. I feel like. Well, we'll see what the weather is for the main race. So, what do you think?
Honestly, I'm thinking Lynx might be the obvious choice, but I also feel that someone like Honey Badger or even Pac-Man will give him a run for his money. Let's try and get up to the front of the grid here.
Interesting, Lynx is actually struggling with this quali, so either the race is dry and he has a dry setup, or he's made some big mistake somewhere.
Well, I know at least one person I feel practices the wet, and it seems to be Honey Badger. Yep.
Yeah.
Along with yourself running softs for 16 laps at Silverstone until the rain.
Yeah. I don't know how that worked out, but it was great. That was like and it was just winning by like a 10-second gap or something. The real.
And no surprise to me whatsoever, F1 Lion spins it and bins it into a wall at some point during quality there. So we have Honey Badger on pole position for the feature race. We then have Owen in second, Pac-Man third, Mumford plays, Benny, Evan, Giannis, Andre, Reliot, and Cassell make up your top 10. I am surprised to see that Lynx is in P12.
Yeah, he had a very bad middle sector. So I'm guessing, and he also lost 6 tenths in the first sector to Honey Badger. So I don't know if that's down to the setup or.
Honey Badger, I'm not trying to curse you. There you go, it's a dry race. So that would explain ERT Lynx's struggles.
Yeah.
But now is the perfect time to curse Honey Badger.
I'm glad it's a dry race because then there's more strategy going into it. So you have options to start on hards or mediums, and then do you do like double stint on hards and then one on mediums? Or if you have those tires available, or do you do like 2 mediums and a hard? And maybe someone will try like soft, hard, and medium, but I think that will be very unlikely. What would you start on? Have you planned for your tomorrow's race?
I have not planned at all for tomorrow's race, but my usual go-to for races like this is a medium, hard, medium.
Oh shit, did you get this? Oh, you're still there, right?
Yep. Yeah, I'm
I feel like
still.
the race start.
It's formation lap. Yeah.
I was like, yeah. Okay. So what's your usual medium, starting on mediums?
In 24, I would do a medium hard because you could.
Mm-hmm.
But with the tire wear being what it is, I would probably be doing a medium hard medium around Brazil. And just take the hards as long as I can after my first stint to see if I'm gaining or losing positions.
Yeah, it depends if you're in traffic or not and all that.
Exactly, yeah. But yeah, if I'm in clear air and I can get the hards to the end, I will take them to the end. But it does depend completely on the tire wear at that point.
Yeah,
So,
no, I think the optimal here is around. Yeah, you have to do the 2 stops, no matter what.
And to be fair, around here, the hards don't always feel the greatest, especially through the middle sector. I always find the mediums feel so good, and Honey Badger overshoots his grid box by half a mile.
Yeah, he does. All right. So we got a good mixture of starting on hards and mediums. Front row is on hards, then backman is on mediums. So
I've also got a message here from Honey Badger. Expletive, I pressed ready with plus fuel. I think he wanted to underfuel for his race, and he messed that up. Do you want to take the lights hit?
Oh no, you got.
5 red lights. Long pause. And away we go for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Let's see, is that a good getaway for Honey Badger? He cuts across to the inside. Smart move from Honey Badger. I don't know how close he got to the front of Owen there.
There's 4-way in the back there. Somehow they all made it through them.
I believe Owen and Pac-Man are the ones to have lost out there. Yep. Owen and Pac-Man are now down to the back of the grid from being in the top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Which now promotes ERT links up into 6th/7th with
He's on
Janice.
Yeah, he's being on mediums, so it's good. Less cars to overtake. Top 3 running hards. I think the first pit window is gonna be like lap 10, 11 for the medium guys, maybe 12.
Oh, and Pac-Man has retired from the session. And I believe
we got safety
that's
car.
got a safety car.
Is anyone gonna try to pit in?
I
Because
think
there's nothing to gain really, right?
unless you have wing damage, which I see a Haas of Owen coming in. He does not have wing damage by the look of it. Let's see what he is doing here. So he's on the hards. And he's gone over to the mediums. He knows that he needs to make up the positions now. Very unfortunate start for both Pac-Man and Owen. Not quite sure what happened with Pac-Man in Sector 2 there. But we did see that he tends to get a little bit feisty on the throttle, is probably the best way to put it. Pushes a little bit too early.
I wonder if they had a second coming together later on. But I don't know, I wasn't following them. So.
Well, we'll have to see if we can find a clip of that later on in the Discord and see what happened to Pac-Man. Whether it was completely by accident, whether it was frustration, or whether someone ran him off the road. We'll have to wait and see. So, we've got another pit stop. It is Barry Bogorovsky. Let's see. So, he is pitting off of the mediums. What is he going on to? He's going on to the hard tyres. So, Bog is now wanting to go long into this race. He doesn't trust any of the other drivers when it comes to racing etiquette. He just wants to go long into the race, just in case of safety cars, and then pit onto mediums later in the race. Ooh. I really should write down some fun facts about each track for when safety cars are out like this. Because there's not much to really talk about.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the telemetry stuff.
Well, what we can do on stream, if it will work, which it should do, is have a look at the... Oh, actually, no, we will not go and do that because we have the safety car in ready.
Right.
Now, the question is Honey Badger going to be consistent in his speed here? Oh, and he's gone already. He has played Mumford plays for a full and has pulled out a second gap already. Jeez
Great
Louise.
restart.
I mean, he did slow the pack down a lot as soon as the safety car came in.
Yeah, he already pulled the DRS gap.
And then again, so has Guna to Berserk. I wonder if Berserk has had issues on the restart there. But we are going to hop on board with my Division 2 teammate and Benny and see what he can do behind Mumford. Although I say that, and Lynx dives up the inside of Janice and is clear of him. That was one hell of a move, and I was lucky to get on board for that one. And we have Andre was closing up to the back of Reliot, but now Reliot is putting his foot down and trying to get past Janice as well as Lynx. Although I am surprised to see F1 Lime is still in the race at this point of the day, considering how his sprint went.
Yeah, it's not doing bad. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's definitely points on board. Possible.
If he plays his cards right, if his strategy and his racecraft hold up,
right, exactly. Yeah.
then he'll be in the points. But as we saw at Austria last week, he likes to perform ballet with an F1 car from time to time. So, yeah, it's one of those situations where if he can keep himself in control of the car, he can be quick. As Berserk has a spin.
Back to 2, yeah.
Oh, my word.
Benny makes a move for P2,
And
while Lynx is moving up.
Mikey and Berserk had a coming together there at the beginning of Sector 3. Well, I have a feeling that might go to the stewards, but then again, it might not, because Berserk wasn't exactly in control and was trying to... Oh my word, what has Honey Badger done?
What?
Honey Badger went wide through turns 6 and 7 and has dropped down from P1 down to P9.
I was just starting to look forward to this battle building, because I could see Lynx is gonna come for P1, but now that Honey has dropped it out.
Well, the thing is, for the Aston Martin team now, it is all on Mbeni, purely because Bert Mylander is driving a Mercedes around for this weekend. So...
Badger now fighting Gunnar.
Everyone there is in a DRS train. A bit of ERS burn, and oh, he overshot. Honey Badger is pushing a little bit too hard by the look of it.
Yeah, he might overcook those tires.
He's made it up the inside of Gunnar at that point. Didn't make it in turn 4, relinquished the position, and then made up for it through turns 6 and 7. We do have to feel sorry for little Mikey. He got caught up with Berserk at the back of the grid, lost his front wing, and is now 27 seconds behind Berserk, who is 20 seconds behind P17. as we have Dentures, ERT Links making a pass on Benny now.
Yeah, that was inevitable. I thought.
Oh, and Guna and Reliot are double stacking, and that has kind of screwed Guna a little bit. That's unfortunate. They need to talk strategy every once in a while and not go for the double stack.
That was a very early time to pit also. Well, for mediums, they only did 6 laps on mediums, and there was a safety car, so I wonder why they decided to pit so early.
To be fair, sometimes it's better to keep the track position, especially early on in the race, than dive in for a pit stop under a safety car.
I wonder, they might be going for undercut, but it's a little early to go for undercut. We'll see. I mean, they're going to gain like 2 seconds per lap at one point, but I think it's a little early. Just because we have the safety car, it's extended everyone's swim.
Oh, and Owen gets himself my favourite penalty, a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
I hate that. Although I've noticed that you can kind of go in with high speed where the thing is still red as long as you hit the pit limiter button. So it kind of works sometimes, but it's like dodgy. So I usually I slow down too much just to be safe.
Yeah, what I do now is as I start hitting the brake, I turn on my pit limiter now to try and negate. Like it helps with the engine braking. It slows the car down quicker.
Yeah, I feel like I'm doing the same, but I feel like sometimes you can still end up causing the penalty if you're crossing it a little too fast.
I mean, it does depend on what your traction and braking settings are as well. Because being on controller, I'm used to using full traction and ABS. So it could be completely different for those on a wheel.
Yeah. I'm going to check the lap time for Junior and Elliott.
Yep, go ahead. As we have Maggot has also picked up a 10-second. And Lime has DNF'd. Where is that DNF?
Well, that was in second one, okay.
What?
I did not see.
Where has that happened? Because that's beginning of sector 1. I don't see the car, though. Has he done it in the pits? I believe Lime retired in the pits.
Yep, that was in the pits.
Well, we can send that over to the stewards because that's not allowed unless you have a dedicated reason, like a proper reason to retire from the race. But luckily his car did not come back out onto track. So I wonder if the stewards will be slightly more lenient with him for that. Yep, there we go. We have one of the stewards in the chat. We have Johnny in the chat saying pen incoming. So, yep, there it is. Straight from the horse's mouth, as it were.
Reliot's making some places.
Reliot is making up a couple of positions. I believe at least one of them was Brandon, who was in the pits.
And he's half a second quicker than Lynx at the moment. Lynx is on 10 laps on mediums. Or he's 6 cents faster, yeah. Gunner's matching Reliot's pace as well. But I think Gunner, was hurt by the double stacking.
Yeah, it was unfortunate for Gunner. They need to have a chat at least half an hour before the race. And just say, okay, one of us go alternate strat.
Yeah.
Just to avoid a double stack. As Lynx is now pulling out an almost 2-second lead on Benny. It looks
Although
like
Benny's on hard tires, meaning Benny will stay on longer. Retain the lead for some time.
it does look like to me that Lynx is going to be at this early. Yep, it is Berserk again, around again. If only I had my soundboard linked up for the stream, I'd start playing You Spin Me Right Round. But going back to what I was saying there, it looks like Lynx is going to be the driver that really makes Grealish struggle to defend his title.
Yeah.
As Berserk also gets himself a 10-second time penalty for speeding into the pit lane.
Well, he has two of them now.
And Lynx is now in. Lynx has come in to come off of those medium tyres.
Yep, this is a pretty good.
And he is followed in by Evan and Honey Badger at the same time. So Benny and Mumford Plays are both going for the extremely long play at this point.
Although I
Going
don't
for
think
the
they will
overcut.
Yeah, but I think they'll still probably fit in like a few laps time. Maybe like lap 15. Not sure. Because the safety car extended it, I guess.
That is
It
true,
might be,
yeah.
It might be lap 16 and then 17. I don't know if anyone's going to try to do a one-stop race, just because the safety car maybe extended it 3 laps of like low speed. Maybe it's possible, but I feel like it would be a struggle on one stop.
There is one dark horse that has crept up the timing table without us really noticing, and that's Giannis. He's now up in P3. With all of the pit stops that have been going on, the safety car, he's worked his way up to P3 at this stage. And he's catching Mumford and Bennett.
He's on the same tires, same old tires. Yeah. He was about half a second quicker than them.
But if the likes of Andre, Barry Bogorovsky and Hackett are listening at this point, don't quake in your boots too much, but you do have a ERT Lynx closing in behind you on much fresher tyres. Berserk is not having fun out there today. Sorry, go ahead and say what you were going to say.
I was just saying, the top 5 is still under odds. Yeah, breaking up all the odds. Barry on 11 lap hard.
Yeah, that's because Barry Bogorovsky came in to the pits under the safety car, if I remember correctly. As Miyagi has now chosen to pit. Johnny, I am not saying that pun. It's going bad to worse for Owen, isn't it? He's just got himself another time penalty. He got himself 3 seconds there.
Yeah, Lynx is the fastest man right now, by far. He's going a little over 2 seconds, almost 3 seconds faster than the leader.
Yeah, which means he is going to be able to close up the gap massively. And I believe that was very smart from Berserk there. He did not give the DRS to Lynx. He pulled over before the line. So Berserk is doing everything he can to try and help everyone else on the grid. against Lynx at this point by not giving him the DRS.
I guess they're not friends, right? So it's for Circus, has he been left? Yeah, that was the first
Yeah,
driver to get left. Yeah, he got left.
I believe Benny has.
Mikey's left.
Mikey is lapped, yes, not Benny.
So if safety car happens in this game, does it actually let you on lap? I haven't actually looked into that.
Unfortunately,
Lap car.
it's the same as 24, where if you want to let the lapped cars unlap themselves, everyone who is technically in front of them has to pull off of the track
Okay.
to let them pass. It's the same as it was previously.
Well, Mumford got the speed lane. Speed lane, speeding program.
And as Mumford comes into the pits, Barry Bogorovsky overtakes Andre and takes P3. But look who's right behind him right now. ERT Lynx. Lynx has caught this little group in less
he's
than
only
a
8
lap.
seconds. He's only 8 seconds off Benny.
And Bog has basically looked backwards, saw the lime green and gone, yep, fair enough, that's not my fight. And moved out of the way, let him pass. He knows that he's on a different strategy, it's not his race. So he's going to let Lynx do what he does.
You don't want to waste your tires fighting a battle that's not really your battle.
Although, to be fair, I would have done it a little bit later. Because if he had done it slightly later, he would have been in DRS range of Benny for the straight.
Right, yeah.
Which is unfortunate for Bog, but he's still far
fighting.
enough ahead of Andre.
The front two are fighting it off in turn 1 too.
So we've got Honey Badger going up the inside of Owen Wyatt into turn 1 and 2. Lovely clean move, makes it stick and gets away as best he can. And we've got
Oh, we got both are doing things again. Or maybe he's just letting people die. There's a lot of cars to
Oh, and on board with Janice, I've just looked backwards and we can see ERT Lynx in the background.
Okay, question is, when is Benny coming in? Is it this lap? No, he saved
sorry.
that.
Okay. I couldn't quite hear you properly there.
Sorry, I was saying, I was wondering what lap is the front two coming in, but they didn't come in this lap. So they're still extending their stint on the hards.
Do you think that Benny and Giannis might be trying for the one stop?
So there's 17 laps left or 18 laps? 17, right?
It's 17.
17 and a half.
Yeah, about that, yeah.
Oh, it's kind of hard on the mediums to do that much.
But, to be fair, if they go another, say, 3 laps,
Yeah,
they can take the
But they must
mediums
be-
to the end.
yeah, but they're definitely struggling right now. So Lynx is gonna pull off. Well, Lynx has to pass them, but then likely Lynx will be able to pull a gap. But then they will be on fresh mediums. So yeah, it will be. That's potentially there. At this point, it might not even make sense to do 2 stops. Yeah, so it might be going for the 1 stop.
As
Benny's
Janice
coming
and
in
Benny
now.
comes in as well. Yep, both of them are in.
Oh, and
Oh, Benny.
why?
You had a good thing going, Benny. I knew there was a reason you're my teammate. It's because you do that.
Wow, that Aston Martin had a kind of faster pit crew portion of it, but then he has the 10-second now. And Cassell gets 10-second. There's a lot of 10-second penalties for the pit entry.
Yeah, I've noticed. Not many people have worked out where their brakes are. Oh, as Berserk has retired in the pit lane.
Yeah.
Naughty, naughty, naughty. What am I looking for?
And guess who's second? Barry.
Yep, we've got Bog in P2 with his teammate 2 seconds behind. Ignore the Williams there because I believe that is Little Mike. So we're looking at the penalties right now. We have got Hackett, Guna and Owen all on 3-second penalties, while Mumford, Benny, Cassell and Maggot are all on 10-second penalties. I know their pain. As Bog comes into the pits, he has had enough of these hard tyres.
And he'll also have to... What tires he started off? I'll check.
He started on the mediums, I believe.
Oh, so he can just go on hards and finish the race in those hards.
Keep an eye on what tyres he does decide to go on to as Honey Badger makes his way past.
Yeah, he went on
it.
hard. Yeah, he went on hards.
That is a point. What did Benny and Giannis go on to? Benny went on to the mediums. Giannis also onto the mediums.
Yeah, so... Yeah, they had no option. They had to, because...
Yeah, because they've not...
mandatory.
That was their first stop, yeah.
Yeah. I do wonder if they're going to try to extend those mediums to the end. But that will be very hard.
Let's have a look at the position changes. So at this moment in time, your driver of the day should end up being Brandon, as we have Maggot also retiring in the pit lane. Johnny, you need to get these drivers to read the rule book again.
Yes.
As Reliant gets himself a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pits again. Yet another driver. Can no one learn where the braking line is?
Yeah, it really is not worth going for that, like, perfection.
So, at this point in the race, Brandon is up 12 positions, followed closely by Lynx, who is up 11, then Mr. Miyagi, who is up 9. Biggest loser at the moment, well, apart from Pac-Man, who crashed out, who had lost 17 positions before he crashed, is Owen Wyatt with losing 11 positions. My oh my, what on earth has gone on in this race? Like,
Yeah.
I will
So
say,
Lynx has to stop.
go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No, you go ahead first.
I was going to say, what is Evan going to do? But he's just come into the pits. And lo
I
and
see.
behold, rest of the grid, he didn't get a speeding pen.
Right.
One of the few
He is.
drivers out there who has gone into the pits
He's-
and not got himself a penalty.
He's going on hard. So, yeah, those definitely will go till the end.
I will bring up one thing though. Have we looked at the gap between the two kick salvers at this point?
16.
Almost
Seconds.
17 seconds between P1 and 2. I'm
Plus,
just going to
Mumford
say,
has a 10-second penalty.
all I'm going to say at this point is Bog and Nell, you need to make a new tier just for this driver. Just for him, like him and Grelis can go up in that tier. They can race each other,
Against-
it's fine.
Against AI set to like 120.
If that were a thing.
Yeah.
As we've got Brandon, who's now coming to the pits for the final time, I believe, along with Hackett, who gets himself a 10-second time penalty. I'm going to be unable to say 10-second time penalty in future because of how much I've had to say in this race.
Yeah, it should be one of those videos where you like count the counter how many times.
Yeah. I need the rotary clicker, you know, just in my thumb, just so I can count it. Okay, things seem to have calmed a little bit, apart from Reliot making a pass on Owen. And the closest battle right now is Owen and Reliot, down for P12 and 11. As Lynx comes into the pits, so that's why he pulled such a gap.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did 12 laps on those hards. Fastest driver right now is Barry, actually, lapping in the high 11s. Oh, now it's actually Reliot. Reliot just started to put in some quick times. Reliot's also on fresh hards.
Yep, Lynx has put himself onto the fresh hards as well to take him to the end. And he is now behind his teammate.
Yeah, aside the Lynx being the favorite to win, clearly, unless he has some bad luck, who's our top two, actually? I mean the podium, rest of the podium. Yeah.
I mean P2 and P3. Personally, I would probably put money on Giannis and Benny. I don't know if Miyagi has to pit again at this point. He is on the hard tires.
He definitely has to. He's on 10-lap old hard tires, so he definitely
As we say that, he comes into the pits.
Right. Okay, so and Benny has that penalty that puts him out of the top 3 potentially.
Well, I mean, if Benny stays where he is right now and keeps this gap, he will not be overtaken by the cars behind Mumford. And Mumford also has a penalty. What penalty is it Mumford has? He also has a 10-second. So as it stands right now, Benny sits in P3 with penalties applied.
But Barry is pretty close. So basically, it's if Barry can close in on them.
Barry would need to close in to within 8 seconds.
Yeah. So it is within reach.
Oh, it's definitely in reach for him. He just needs to get his head down and push like a mad Dutchman that we all know.
So, interestingly though, Giannis is on... Actually, no, Mumford is on 9-lap old medium, so I don't know
and
if
he's
Mumford
in.
Can go.
Mumford's in and has got himself another 10-second penalty.
Oh my god. How many times this race? It's got to be over 10 now.
All I'm going to say now is at least it's not me getting that penalty. But this firmly puts Honey Badger and it puts Honey Badger and Barry Bogorovsky in the fight for P3 because Benny is still over 10 seconds ahead. If these two are smart and do not fight until the last lap, if they just use each other's DRS, conserve ERS, use it when it's needed, and catch up to Benny, then they can pass him. But then again, Honey Badger might be playing the team game and holding Barry back.
Yeah. I think he would still want that podium. But I do think that is Giannis coming in because...
No, he was just being passed by Benny.
Because he's on 8-lap old mediums. I'm not sure if those can last in the end. It's going to be a lot of laps on those.
Yeah, he's got another 8 laps to go, thereabouts.
Yeah, so 16 laps on mediums will be quite stretching. But I assume he's not going to want to pit. But his tires will be like close to puncture levels.
Yeah, he just wants to stay with Benny, conserve his tyres as best he can, and Mumford is in the pits and out. He's oh, Johnny, you've got your work cut out for you this week. Because that's what, 4 people have retired in the pits? Only Pac-Man gets away with it? Because he crashed out on, what was it, the end of lap 1?
Yeah.
Deary me.
You know, Evan is also fighting in the fight for the podium, actually. He's along there with Badger and Barry.
At this rate, they might have Brandon catch up to them as well. And as we can see right there, Lynx is coming up on Mumford Play's car as it came back out to track. So this could play a part if it does not get out of the way. Which thankfully it does as they come through. Jeez. That was too close.
I believe Oh yeah. I believe Miyagi is joining that battle as well. He's the fastest guy right now on quite fresh mediums.
Yeah, Miyagi is going to be pushing at this point to try and catch up to Brandon. And then they can try and help each other catch up to the rest of the field.
Yeah, and Honey Badger's already within 10 seconds. Just about 10 seconds to Benny.
He's just over 10 seconds to Benny. You have to factor in the... Yep, there we go. He is now within 10 seconds.
Yeah. And Benny's actually going to run out of tires as well. He's on the same tire age as Giannis. Yeah, they're going to be on very old mediums on the final 2 laps. Oh, Mikey's pulling over, letting people through.
Yeah, it's not been Mikey's race today.
Yeah.
He had a rough lap 1, and then he was kind of screwed over when Berserk spun in the final couple of corners.
Yeah, that sucks when you get early on in the race and there's no real safety cars after that. Right,
especially when it's no fault of your own. It's frustrating.
Yeah. Up ahead, Link's leading by 8 seconds.
And Honey Badger is well within the hunt for the P3 spot now.
I think actually those 2 guys will drop off massively, so Evan might be up for a podium as well.
I mean, it depends how poorly Giannis and Benny have kept their tyres. Because if they fall off completely by the end of the race, you could potentially see Barry Bogorovsky or Brandon passing them as well.
Yeah.
So it just depends.
Yeah. We'll see how they can nurse them these remaining 5 laps.
Brandon has made his move. He is now past both of the V cars and up into 5th position. Does he have what it takes to catch up with Honey Badger at this point?
He does seem... His last lap was 8/10 faster. I don't know if that was because of... Brandon had DRS, maybe.
I mean, even with DRS, you do lose a bit of time anyway due to having to go round another car. Because you're not taking an optimal line.
Yeah.
So this could well be Brandon's pure pace. We just don't know at this point.
No, he's lost now. Like, he's back. He's closer to Badger's speed, but Badger's kind of slower, actually, even more. They are both about second faster than Giannis and Benny.
But if my math is correct, they are both within the 10 seconds of Benny.
Yes. Yep. So Benny is already effectively 5th, or is he even dropping more? I think all those guys are so close. Benny might drop to P8 here, I think.
It depends if this group can keep the same pace as Honey Badger and close up that gap to Benny.
Yeah.
As Bog has now dropped down to P8, with Mr. Miyagi going past in the late stages of this race.
Yeah. No, I do think right now Benny's already P8 basically with the penalty, unless anyone else gets penalties.
Mr. Miyagi has no right end plate. He's missing a chunk of his wing. And yet he is absolutely flying around this circuit right now.
Yes, he is. Actually, he's the fastest in that group, with missing half of the end plate. He's faster than Lynx, but he also has medium tires, though. But they are getting pretty old now.
I mean, he's only got 3 laps to go after this one.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. I would say Benny and Giannis are now on 13-lap-old mediums, which is usually I would pit at this point. But they have to survive just about 2 more laps. So they might just be fine.
It's at this stage when you look at your tyre wear in the race and you see it doing that glow as it hits 75% on one tyre. And you start to go, should I pit?
That was me in Austria, and the engineer came on like, oh, we are seeing dangerously high levels of tire wear. And then I was like, maybe I can do 1 more lap, and then I had a puncture.
Yeah, I'm lucky with that sort of thing, because as soon as it does that, I kind of relax my driving style ever so slightly, just to try and keep the tyres in check, just so I can end the stint when I want to end the stint. Guna is in the pits at this late stage, serving his 10-second time penalty and throwing on some of the red-walled soft tyres.
He was the leader in the penalties. He had 29 seconds of penalties. So high.
Has anyone told him that there is no such thing as the fastest lap point, right?
Yeah, this year there's no. Yeah. So yeah, Lynx has gone fastest, 11.2. Seems like Giannis's tires are lasting. He's not dropped off. But you can already see Honey Badger and Giannis on the same straight.
Oh,
between.
Brandon's trying to fight with Honey Badger now. This could be a nightmare for the pair. Brandon loves this corner. Let's see what happens through here.
It's not good because it's helping Giannis.
I believe it was Brandon in the incident last season going through that series of corners and was basically tapped on the rear and spun off into the wall and was out on, I believe it was like lap 3 or 4 last season. So very brave of him to go into a battle in Sector 2 like he just did.
Oh, Badger's dropped.
Yep, he's fighting with Brandon right now, and Evan up the inside.
Oh, that might be a penalty. No, you got.
And the one who lost out on all of that was Evan, unfortunately.
Yeah. So it looks like Giannis is able to keep his P2. 20-second Lynx has a 20-second lead
Yeah, this
in the
man,
fastest lap.
this man obviously has somewhere to be tonight. He might have a date or something. Who knows? But there you go. ERT Lynx wins the Brazilian Grand Prix.
21 seconds.
It could be more than that at this point because we've still got to wait for these other drivers to finish.
Looks like Honey Badger settled into
Oh!
P5. Whoa,
Benny-
someone went off there.
Benny got a puncture. Benny got a puncture in that final
I was
turn.
telling you that.
Oh,
That's
no.
crazy.
No. That's not what is meant to happen, Benny.
Is he still gonna finish?
He's
8th
going to
on-
finish, but
on
he's-
three tires.
he ends up in 9th. How unfortunate for the poor man. Literally, a
Well,
right side rear puncture takes him out of the running on the last
Actually, he's-
bend.
He only lost 1 place though. He was anyway going to be 8th, but like,
Oh,
had this happened earlier, he would have lost way more.
as we are now waiting for Guna and Mikey to finish the race. And Guna goes into the pits.
And he is stuck in turn 1.
And he gets himself another 10-second time penalty. Guna.
On the final.
Guna, did you do that on purpose just to get me to say it again?
The Lynx was up 11 places, starting 11th.
All of this from a wet one-shot quali before the race.
Yeah.
The man is an absolute beast. I am glad I'm not in Division 1 because I don't have to deal with him. I'm hoping that he doesn't have the Division 2 license.
Hopefully we'll get a race where we see him fighting Krellis. I guess that could be close.
Yeah, I mean, in the races that we've seen, Grelis has qualified well, but he's dropped off recently when it comes to race pace.
I see.
So-
I actually haven't been watching the races, so I don't know how.
You need to go back
Yeah.
and watch them. And
Yeah.
anyone who's watching the stream or who has come in late to the stream, you can always watch it back later on because it's always saved to the DTR YouTube channel. Let's hope that we get the screen. Oh, there we go. I didn't get any of the screen there because loading times, apparently. But anyway, it is time for us to end the stream. I wish to thank my co-commentator, Magic Poop Cannon, who a fair amount of you know the nickname I gave him when I was racing him. It wasn't great, but I might as well tell him what it is now. It was Sparkly Shit Ballista. Just taking Magic Poop Cannon and just change it slightly. But thank you
That
very
sounds
much.
amazing.
Thank you
Okay.
very much for being co-coms with me tonight. Well done to
Yeah, it was fun.
ERT Lynx for the win. Well done to the podium sitters. And thank you everyone at home for watching the race. I hope everyone enjoyed. Have a good evening.
Yep.